here at the London Aquatic Centre for the National Inspiring Women campaign, which has been launched to help recruit women to volunteer 1 hour of their time each year to talk to young girls about the opportunities available to them in sport. If one of the girls came up to you today and said, I'm contemplating working in sport or doing sport, what would you say to them?
I would say to them, go for it, you know, but don't put your eggs in one basket, you know. Also make sure you try your best in school. And also, you know, there's so many different sports you can try out, you know. And who says you have to do it at a competitive level? It's just something that you should just kind of do, just keep yourself fit. And, you know, at the end of the day, everyone wants to look good.
A few years ago, if someone had told me that I was going to be a professional footballer one day, I probably would have laughed in their face because it just wasn't at that level just yet. You know, I've done a lot of coaching in the community at Reading. I've worked full-time with the club, so it's introduced me to lots of avenues. Obviously, I've got my coaching badges, and just being in and around sport has just been great. It's just such a stress-free environment to be in, and you just love doing what you do every day, whether you're working in sport, whether you're playing sport, whether you're volunteering in sport. It's just something that you just always love to do, and the people in sport are generally so nice and just make you feel so welcome.
We have a role as women to inspire other girls and women to follow our lead and take it forward, so we find it difficult now, and the next generation hopefully find it easier because of the work that has been done by our generation.
This is what we need to get young women into sport and to allow them to explore the opportunities that there are and see what possibilities there are. And I just think it's so important, and I really wish I'd had a chance to go to something like this when I was younger. If you have a dream, no matter how crazy it might sound to the people around you, follow it. Ask questions, use the people around you to get you where you want to be, because there's nothing stopping you.
I think that inspiring women is just one drop. No? It is about getting women, all the fabulous women of the country, and a few of us were foreigners as well, getting together with girls. And I think that many of us, you know, we are what we are because there were many women before us who have helped us in the background. So I think that, you know, if there is something that we can do to help the next generation of girls, all that we are asking for is 1 hour per year. 1 hour per year, every woman can do it.
I'm a passionate supporter of this campaign. I think on two levels. Firstly, I think for young girls and particularly teenage girls, getting engaged in sport is critical to your health, your self-confidence, your sense of how to participate in a team, all sorts of disciplines that later in life will stand you in great stead. And then I think secondly, from a career perspective, I think sport is an amazing career for females to have. It's not so easy for young girls these days to understand how you create yourself a pathway into that. And therefore to try and help kids understand the different types of skills they could learn that could then take them into a pathway in either sport or TV, I think is a really great initiative.
Just generally look at sport and know that it's something that you can do, especially like the sport I do is very male dominated, so for the girls especially it's to say that you can go and do that kind of sport and you can achieve something. So yeah, if you think you fancy having a go, just have a go and do it. Our sport's great actually because there's very many roles. There's mechanical roles, technical roles where you can get into electronics and data logging. There's logistics as well. There's quite a few opportunities actually, and I'm a mechanic myself, so I trained to be a mechanic so I can look after my own bike, and there's quite a few girls that are taking up a mechanical role within the team, and there's also team managers in Formula 1 and things, so yeah, there's lots of other opportunities.
I think it's really important, not just for girls, understanding that there are career options available in sport or in law or in the arts, but I also think it's important for sport because we need to be recruiting more young women, and we can't do that unless they want to work in sport and unless they understand the options of venue management, event management, sports law, sports science, coaching, journalism, obviously broadcasting. Those are all options, being an agent, and I just don't think that they were aware that there is so much to sport, that if your athletic career, for whatever reason, your actual sporting career doesn't work out, there are other options. You can still have a life in sport. Take risks, grab opportunities, don't be afraid. Make sure you know where your strengths are, work on your weaknesses. All those things that in sport are really important. Be a team player, you know, help out other people and therefore be helped. And so I hope it was really valuable, whether they decide to have a career in sport or not. I hope there are messages that will change their lives.
It was actually really inspiring because girls our age and women maybe a bit older or younger, they don't realise how many opportunities there actually are within sport, especially for women, because there were some women who we met who have jobs that you'd think are mainly for men, and it was actually really inspiring to see that you could have a job within that and do even better.
I learned that we don't always have to want to be an athlete. There's lots of other stuff you could do. You could still be a part of that team, and like we don't have to go home, cook, look after children. You have an opportunity to do what you want. If it's to be an athlete, you can be an athlete, and you're going to be supported by a lot of other people as well.
Please join us. We are asking only for 1 hour of your time, only 1 hour. Just try it on. And if you don't like it, don't come back again. But I bet you that you're going to enjoy it.